Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is Magdalene Janet. If you're new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Instagram because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to my oldies but goodies. I am so excited because guess what? Full face of Milani. Well, I haven't done a full face in a minute. Remember, I was doing it once a month, but you know, time just goes by so fast. I'm still on my drugstore kick because you guys have been loving all the drugstore videos I've been posting. So thank you so much for the love. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, liking. I appreciate you so much. So let's continue. This is also going to be brown skin Latina friendly makeup because that's what we're focusing on from here on out. I mean, I've always focused on it, but I think talking about skin tone is very important. I recently went to a Milani Latino Hispanic Heritage event that they were celebrating us Latino creators, and I was so happy to be there. And they gave us this bag filled with goodies. I had the majority of the makeup, but then they also in the bag gave these new blushes, the bronzer, lip liners, all kinds of stuff. I went to Ulta and bought like a few things, like the pencil and something else. It gave brushes too. Did you know Milani had brushes? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, the sponge too. This little baby one. Milani legit gives like the best makeup bags. Like, look how big this thing is. Okay, make sure I'm not leaving anything in. First thing is the brows. Milani has this brow wax. I put a little bit of gel on my brows already because this one is kind of old. But I'm just gonna add a little bit. Oh yeah, it's working well. I really like this brow wax. Brows are browning. I love this stuff. So I got the pencil soft brown. I don't know if this is gonna be the shade because as I spoke to you guys about in my Latina brown skin friendly makeup, where drugstore brow pencils, typically the medium browns, the soft browns don't work on my skin tone because it pulls very red. So let's see. Let's warm it up too. Okay, it's pigmented. Okay. Oh, this is kind of, it's light, like really light. It's okay. You know, we always fix things here. What I'm gonna do is just fill in all these sparse areas. Oh, I like how thin it is. Actually mixing with my brown hairs, appearing a little bit darker. I don't know why I got soft brown. I wasn't thinking honestly, but actually working. Using a lighter shade will make your brows look a little bit lighter, softer. If you don't want like a bold brow, you can always go with a lighter toned pencil. Am I feeling a light brow? Because you see how light this brow is, and my natural brow is actually darker than what we just created. If you are my complexion, you will have a bit of a lighter brow. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and use my brow from NYX. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of like darkness, just a little. So let's do this brow in 3, 2, 1. Brow is on. Oh my god, why is this one so much longer? Hold the phone. I'm gonna have to fix this tail to be longer. Let's get some concealer. I've never tried this concealer, the Conceal and Perfect I bought at Ulta. What color did I get? Medium beige. Not bad. I like the texture. She's thick. Guys, I just got my nails done. These are fall nails. I vlogged it for you. I'm actually vlogging. Well, I vlog every day, but I'm vlogging today. Okay, I'm gonna tilt my head and then clean this up. Wow, this concealer is nice. The concealer I use to clean up the brows is very specific. It has to have a perfect texture, like not too thin, not too thick. This is it. I like to get very close to the brow, but not touch where the product is. I get the pencil and just, I have like this gap right here, go right there. I'm okay, brows. While I'm over here, let's do an eye look. How to use this. I like this a lot. So I'm gonna use this bad boy right here. It's giving fall. This is Champagne Problems. Look at this beauty. Oof. Let's see how pigmented this concealer is. Let's see how much is gonna conceal all this discoloration. I have discoloration on my skin. That's like brown skin problem. It's hereditary. My mom has discoloration and I get it. All my siblings and I inherited oily skin. I have the manchas the most. I'm gonna use this little sponge here. I like to build pigment. Damn, this is so pigmented. I'll go with this little baby shade here. And I'm going to tap right here. The Gilded palette is one of my favorites. I was gonna use it today, but I'm like, I always use that palette. My favorite drugstore palette. It gives all the vibes. Just tapping it here. I'm placing the product, not really blending, just placing it right on the crease. You see where that fold is? I'm gonna grab this shade right here. And I wanna tap it in the inner corner. It's a little cool tone. It'll work, it'll work. I wanna grab this brush here. This is the Milani E100. Grab this shade. This is like a very cool tone. It's like red. Now I'm gonna add it here. Tap right here on the lid. I mean, on the lash line. I always say the lid when I mean the lash line. Damn, this pigment's bomb. I don't want to wing this. I want to keep it like this. I always say I don't want to wing, and then I end up with the biggest wing ever. So I'm trying to avoid that. I'm gonna get another brush. Use this shade. Got her. Is this what I want to do? Sure. I'm gonna just add it at the edge here. I'm gonna mix it in with that one we just added on the lash line. You want to just blend. I don't want to go all the way in. I want to kind of go halfway and create a bit of a gradient. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna kind of go back and forth. Like instead of placing, this gives you a lot of pigment. This blends things out. I want to add more brightness here. We can blend those two together. I'm gonna go back in. When you have brown eyes, brown on brown eyes, amazing. So this is also a brown eye friendly makeup. I would have never thought brown makeup looks good on brown eyes, and I started doing it earlier this year, like heavily, full on smoky eye. It makes your eyes just look so sultry. My fave. Just gonna go back. Okay. Oh wait, I need to blend this. Hold on. I'm gonna get the same brush I used. Now we're gonna just feather this. We can just have more of a blended look. I feel like the eyeshadow feels a little bit chalky. I don't know if it's because I'm just dipping into it today. It's new. Sometimes when you like work with the palette more than once, that's when it really gets like that pigment going, because a lot of times it's very pressed tightly in the pan. This is the eye. I kind of like it. Okay. This is done in 3, 2, 1. I'm back. Let's use the Gilded palette, the one I was telling you how much I love. I need to get some of these lighter shades just so we get this highlight a little bit better in the inner corner. This is gonna like brighten up the look and the eyes. I'm just going back to blend. Blending is always our BFF. I am so excited for this. I already did my skincare. Skin is ready to go. I did it a while ago. I'll put it here to show you what I did. Is the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer. Let's get some. Ooh, it's a little cold. Okay. Oh, it feels nice. Very lightweight. I love how it's transparent. It's not leaving any sort of white cast. When we have brown skin, things could easily be left with us having a white cast. It feels wet. This is nice. Okay. I like it. Let's let this dry down and see. Yeah, it looks good. I love how transparent it is. It's very lightweight. Are we dry? Yes. Are we blurred? Yes. Ooh, the skin looks so smooth. I kind of like that. Look at all this discoloration. Oh, girl. Talking about discoloration, I was over here about to go in with foundation, but no. I want to add a little bit of bronzing drop, just a smidge. Actually, we're gonna mix these two together. Let's see what we get. Right here. When I say a little bit, this much. And then a little bit of this. This is their highlighter, number 2 Stardust. This is kind of a lot, but it's okay. Let's use this brush right here. This is the F210. We're gonna mix and go over. This is just gonna give us a little bit of color. This is not a necessary step, but because Milani has it and Milani made these drops so well, I love using it. You can always mix this into your moisturizer if you are doing like a no makeup look. It'll give you like an even tone. You know, I have oily skin. I like glow, just not a lot of it. Just kind of like this, and then like a mattish, thicker textured foundation that works well with oily skin. Okay, skin. Okay, am I liking this concoction though? We're layering, we're creating a solid base. I love to layer makeup. It's one of my favorite. I think that's how allows your makeup to look good, look flawless, not look cakey and last. Okay, so now, since I have dark under eyes, we're gonna use this pumpkin shade. It's like this. And this is gonna help with this discoloration that I have and my under eyes. Because I have dark blues and purples, of yellow or peach orangish color corrects this area too. It can color correct this also. You see how it just disappeared? And what I'm gonna do is let this dry down so that it adheres to the skin a little bit better. This is where I have all my discoloration, like around my mouth. I have melasma. When you have brown skin, you have discoloration. I inherited it from my mother. Always a good idea to do it before your foundation. Oh, look, they already disappeared. I'm tempted not to blend everything out fully, just kind of get the edges like this. I really like this texture. It's super thin, which means it's going to work well underneath foundation. Color correcting shades, ideally, it's nice if they are a thin texture. You see how, look, we look more even. The discoloration is pretty much gone. The magic of makeup. So now that we color corrected, we are gonna now layer on the foundation. I'm in the shade 8A. I think this is my shade. Let me add like right here. A little warm. Look, it has like a nice olive undertone. If I look too Oompa Loompa, I'm gonna add a little bit of blue pigment. Let's do one side first and see. This is like an oldie but goodie foundation. Haven't used it in years. She a little warm, she a little warm. I think it's okay. Coverage is nice. I get just some of this from e.l.f. The way you could do it is either mix it in or mix it, kind of just dot it here. Because blue is cool, it will cool down the foundation. So it just cooled it down a little bit. Now you could assess. I'm like, okay, I could add a little, maybe like 2 more dots. Blue tends to be very pigmented, so that's why you can't go in heavy-handed, because it can take over very quickly. Your skin could end up looking gray. And you see, look at this coverage. Damn, this is nice. It's like full coverage with a little bit of naturalness. It's probably what we have underneath our layers too. What I'm gonna do is, and this is the e.l.f. pigment, do this number, add what I had in my hand. Oh, on another note, the warmth of this foundation is a drugstore thing. It's not a Milani thing. The drugstore tends to run so warm with their foundations. The only foundation that I could really say you'll find your shade is L'Oreal True Match, because they use blue pigment and they use black pigment. Basically, foundation is a collection of pigments. It's white, red, orange, yellow pigments, blue, and black pigments, sometimes green. You mix all those together, you create a shade. The drugstore has forgotten the blue, green, and black pigment. Skin is looking like delicious, and it matches. Milani has a good number of shades. Although they do run warm, it's a vast number of shades. So if you have a warm golden undertone, you'll definitely find a good complexion shade with Milani. I have neutral undertones. Your girl struggles. I'll be back. Let's let this dry down for like 5 minutes. Let's go in now with our cream products. Let's start with the bronzer. We're gonna get the blush. This is Spilling Tea. It comes to these types of blushes, bronzers. Did I say blush this whole time? Bronzers. I like to warm it up on the hand and just add a little bit of warmth to the skin. That's what bronzers do. They're just gonna add dimension also. You see how the skin just looks flat here? Foundation will make your skin look flat because usually very pigmented. It's so that it covers up any discoloration, along with what we just did with the color correcting of the orange. What we have to do is bring it back with blush and bronzer. This way we look a little bit like we're sun-kissed instead of just looking like we have one dimension. And it's subtle. Like your bronzer shade should be about 2 to 3 shades deeper than your foundation shade, not too much. You can use something deeper like this if you're my complexion, but you see how there's a bit of a red undertone? I would suggest just to go very light-handed so it blends out easily. If you go heavy-handed with something that's deeper, it's gonna look a little ashy on you or a little just too dark or too red. Go with this blush, the Blushing Berry. I reviewed these when they first came out, and I think it was like 2021 or 2020. Girl, so good. And makeup that's gonna look good on brown skin is very vibrant, pigmented makeup. This blush, you see how it looks pink on the brush? Look how it's gonna appear on my face. I think I did too much. So I'm gonna just mix it in here. I'm using this e.l.f. blush brush. I really like it. Adding some color back to the face. So pretty. I know it looks crazy, but hold on. Hold the phone. It's a process. It's a process of layering. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Why do I keep losing everything? Now, talking about good, let's go in with the concealer. Again, it's the shade Medium Beige. I want to add like right here. Concealer is a little bit too light because we color corrected. We're not going to have any gray cast. Well, that's the hope. I don't think so because I've used this concealer. If you don't color correct and you go with the concealer that's this shade, it may look gray because if you have darks and blues, something like this is going to make it gray and ashy as opposed to actual concealing. If you have under eyes like this, I would go with a deeper shade. I also tend to go in with a lighter concealer because I personally like a highlighted under eye, but also the powders are gonna help me get to that point too. I'm gonna cheat again and use a little bit of my Maybelline because you know I love this stuff. We'll talk about this powder later. As we wait for this concealer to dry down a little bit, let's prep our powder puff. I'm gonna get this Milani powder. I'm kind of tempted to get a little bit of the foundation powder. A little mixy. I typically don't like to use foundation powders in my under eye area because it tends to be too heavy, but we're kind of just freestyling right now. Oh my god, this concealer dried up. Damn, it is matte. Okay, I didn't know that. Now let's see how it blends because I just left it. You see how the blush is now a little bit more on the subtle side. Concealer blended out well. I just feel like I left it in too long. Get a little bit of my bronzer. Let's kind of go over a little bit of my blush brush because we're gonna start the setting process. Let's see how this is gonna be. I don't know. Let's set, looking straight ahead and just setting the under eye area. I like to kind of sit here and do it for like 10 seconds each eye. This way you can get all the creases. I have very creasy under eyes, so I want to get every line. Wow, that looks good. This little mix is cute. This brown eyeshadow, you know how it's a little bit cool too? It can bring out the darkness in your under eye. So that's why it's really important to color correct, especially having pigment on your skin. We have so many colors going on. Different things can like pop off everywhere. Like this could become gray. My manchas could just like look gray even under the foundation. You could see through. That's why it's important to be careful exactly how you place your makeup. I still want to do the color correcting with this yellow powder from Maybelline, but what I'm gonna do is concentrate it in here, the inner corner. This is where I have like deep purple and blues, so I'm just gonna keep it like there and kind of let it bake a little bit. These liquid blushes that just released, I want to give some of these away, so I don't want to use all of them. We're gonna use like these two. This is the shade Pink Kava. Oh my gosh. Here, I'm gonna add it here. I'm running out of hand space. Look at that. This is just like a bit of a highlight, but let's add it like, I'm gonna add it over like some of that powder. Oops. Oh, wow, this is nice. Okay, hold the phone. Wow. Wow, this is blending out so well. I love the pigment. It's showing on the skin well too. Oh, this is nice. And look, it's blending well over some powder. Because oopsies. Let's go in with Luminoso 110. Let's kind of just go on top. I think this one may be a little bit too light. I always like to use my fingers when I'm going over powder like this because the warmth of your finger will just blend things so much better as opposed to a brush and or a sponge. Yeah, that's very loomy. That's very nice. Wow, it's not picking up. Look. It's not patching up. That could happen too. So this was like a good little test. As you know, I always have giveaways in my vlogs, so that will be in the giveaway. I have here the shade Beige number 6 for the foundation powder. We're gonna do a light set. Or like I told you guys in my brown skin friendly makeup, the drugstore doesn't have great setting powders. I only find that this one is the best. Do you guys know of any? Let me know if you have like a setting powder at the drugstore that you like. So we are going to set with a foundation powder. This is just going to give us a nice flawless look. It's going to help us not have any flashback. Oh, this skin. It looks so good. This powder is so good. Moving right along. Milani does have a bronzer that I'm like, wow, they really did it. This is their deepest shade. So girl, like what the heck? I don't even think this will work. It's Suntan. This one I purchased at Target. Am I missing something? Do they have more bronzers on their website? Let me check. No, only 3 shades. Let's see. Look at this. Yeah, no. Let me not put too much and then I'll end up looking ashy. Kind of defeat this whole purpose of brown skin friendly makeup. Yeah, you can't even see this. It's adding like a touch of warmth, but I don't think this is doing too much. They have great cream bronzers. Hopefully the powder bronzers are next because the cream bronzers are fairly new. Girl, we can't be dealing with this for three shades. No. Okay, that's done. Next, blushes. These are like a highlight blush. Before highlight blush became like a thing, I feel like Milani was one of the first who created like this highlight blush type of deal. Blushes like this, like these highlight type deals. This is what shade? Dulce Pink. I love using these fiber brushes. It just applies it so nicely. Okay, we have good color here. I would need more of a matte blush to give us more pigment. This is pretty sheer. Or we can also actually put more of this. What if we add a little bit? Oops. Here I am a little bit. And look, let me get rid of it. I don't want to add too much. Oh yeah, because we already have powder. Wow, that kind of worked. Wait a minute. I'm going to blend it really quick so it's not like it exploded on the face. And then we're going to go with this Dulce Pink. Oh, okay. You can layer creams over powder, but you have to layer it very thinly. You can't just go in right in. You know how I did this number? There's barely any product. You can do it. It can be risky, but for the most part, from my experience, it's worked. Because look. And you'll know it works if you don't have any patches. You can see my pores and stuff because anything that has highlight or shine will accentuate texture. That's why I always go for more of a matte look because matte typically blurs the skin. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna get some of this powder and clean up my cheeks. See how this goes down low? I typically like it to go just up higher, like slightly. I let the top of my ear guide me, so this is kind of the goal. Like kind of like that. Damn, this makeup is like a good makeup day. Besides that bronzer. Yeah, okay. I like this. While we're here, let me get rid of this. I kind of let this sit. Sometimes it happens where I go in so, I would say, rough on my under eyes that I make my eyes cry. So I've been really aware of not doing that. I almost did it right now. The thing is, when my eyes cry, this whole situation gets messed up. That's the point of not doing it. Look at these under eyes. Whoo! I'm so excited. This makeup day is turning out so well. I'm getting some of that foundation powder and cleaning this up. I wasn't doubting it, but you never know. This foundation shade's a little too light. I think I also need the shade 8, but this is the one I had. This is so good. Of course, this is my favorite setting spray. If you feel like you're looking a little too powdery, this will always help. Our fan, dry it up a little bit. I officially need a new fan. I think this one's, it's like funky. It works when it wants to. Damn, look at this skin. Oh, she's a smooth girl. I'm gonna get my powder puff and just kind of go around. And oh, damn, okay. So this powder right here, the Conceal and Perfect, I love this powder as a finishing your makeup. To set your under eyes and as the initial set, I don't find like this works the best. This truly blurs the skin after. So at this point where we're at right now, what you would do is get this. You would just set your skin, finish it off, and it just blurs the skin so well. This also will work perfectly to go sort of touch-up powder. Let's say if you're out and about and you don't want to take all of your makeup, but you get shiny and grab a little bit of this powder and tap over. It's gonna blur everything so well. I would keep it away from the under eyes. It just doesn't work for the under eyes well because of the texture. It's not a very finely milled powder that sticks on. It's a very loose and feeling powder that really just blurs the skin. That's the beauty of this bad boy. Because look, where are my pores? Remember how you were seeing my pores? They're gone. It's like magic. Oh, mascaras. I have these mascaras. They're not my favorite, but we'll use them. Let's mix them and see. Anti-Gravity, I-rated lash extension. Let's look at these pulleys. Oh, this one's gonna go first. Second. Okay. You need some volume because you know I don't wear falsies. I'm allergic to lash glue, so yo girl, we need volume here. You really want to get in here, get like all the way in each lash so that every lash is coated, and this way you can layer on well. I always like to do one eye first. I'm gonna get this green turquoise one. Also handy lash separator. This green turquoise one, it's new, so it's very wet. This lengthening mascara is removing the volume, the first one. I'm gonna go back in here, try to get that volume back. And this you want to do all while, oh look, I transferred. The lashes are still wet. Once it dries, they can look spidery. Okay, it's working, it's working. Okay, you see? Oh, okay. All right, my dears, I just combed my hair and I was thinking, at the Milani event, they gave us the lip liners. I've never tried these lip liners and oh my gosh, my Latina self hit the brown ones up. The lip products that I love from Milani so much is these lip oil fetishes, but I don't know, lately I haven't been like a gloss girl. It's these fetish lipsticks that came out, I don't know when. Oh my gosh, and their lip stain, why am I blanking on names right now? These lip stains are the stainiest lip stains ever. Look, we're gonna add this to give us a little stain real quick. This is the shade Mahogany Mommy. Let's leave this on for like 2 minutes. Now, let's remove it. Such a nice wash of color. And also with the lip stain, you can leave it like this or add a lip liner. Let's start with Rich Cocoa. Oh, this is brand spanking new. By the way, I was just thinking right now, this is not a paid collaboration with Milani. They gifted me the majority of the products, but I did buy some. Of course, you know, I'm always honest and I give my very honest opinion about makeup. These lip liners, talking about honesty, these are bomb. They're super creamy and glidey. I want to add a little bit of the lighter brown, which is Saucy Toffee. Maybe in like the inside here. Yeah, create a little bit of a gradient. I think I love, this is the one I love. I used it so much. Look, you could tell. This is the one. Look. Oh! And then we're going to get Toffee shade and we're going to blend. Oh, girl. Now that we're here, let's add one of these. I want to add a little bit of warmth so it matches the eye look. So this Honey Fig. Oh, yeah. Damn, Honey Fig came through. This is the combo of all combos. As I'm looking at the look, I need more warmth. We're gonna do Sunrise Serenita right here on the cheekies. More like a sunrise blush. My bun, I need to redo this bun. A little flat, but okay. Okay. Absolutely love this entire glam. Everything about it is so bomb. I love how Milani is brown skin friendly. Look, there's no differences in color. The only thing is the bronzer is just not a hit because they come in the lightest shades they could possibly find. Blushes, pretty pigmented, especially being something very shimmery. Lip products are bomb. They have the perfect brown lip liners. Okay, that's a big deal. Spray is great. This powder, you know how I use it. It works out the best after everything. Foundation, bomb. I forgot how great this is. I remember reviewing it like 2 years ago. So good. Eyeshadow is just eyeshadowing. No, anytime I'm like finishing up, I'm always like, wait, let's fix this, let's tweak this. Real Virgo about me. These are bomb. I'm not a big bronzing drops girl because I'm already brown skin. I don't need to add color, but if you do, it's a nice touch. I really like how it looks. Not for me a necessary step, but it works. This concealer kind of is the star of the show because wow, it is so pigmented. I just love it. You see no darkness, no grayness. Everything set so well. Foundation is bomb. It just runs warm. We talked about it. Blush, bronzer, amazing. I love the feel. The texture of this reminds me of something, but what is it? Let me think about it. Mascara, I forgot how great this one is. Like, look at this. These lengthening types of mascara, they're not my favorite as it by itself. I have to add it to a very voluminous mascara. This worked well. I actually just put this one in my lower lashes and I really love how pigmented this is. These were great. I really love the pigment. I think they're the perfect blush shimmer. What are these called? Cheek Kiss? Yeah, give you that kiss look. I love how I blended it out. It didn't pull foundation or my dry products underneath. So that's always a good quality product when it doesn't just dry and you can't work with it. You saw how I was able to blend it just fine. Palette palette is bomb. This is bomb. The pencil's really good. I actually like the bit of a lighter brown. Eyebrows? What you think? Let me know. This reminds me of, oh, the Huda Beauty. Yup, this one. Literally dupe. Dupe. And it does blur the skin. Oh my god, it is this. I need to do a dupes video. It's just, I don't even know how to start going about that video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know, do you love Milani? Because I do. I think they're so freaking great. I love the team over there. They're amazing. Again, these are my thoughts. I just love brands that supports us as Latinos. I just appreciate Milani, not because I was invited to the recent event, but they've just been very, very supportive of me and my journey. And also the makeup products are great and they're fairly affordable. I feel like Milani is not too expensive. Everything I feel like is between $12 to $13, so that's always nice. Except this palette, I do remember it was 20 bucks. Love Milani. I love the brand. I love how everything looks. Let me know how you're liking the Latina Brown Skin girl makeup tutorials, because I'm Latina first and foremost, and I like to represent us. So let me know your thoughts. I love you guys. Let me jump in front of the window in a couple of hours so you can see how the makeup looks in daylight. Hold on, you see, look at this. You see this eye? It's always this scar that be backing me up. Let me know which one is your favorite product here. I love them all, but I think the concealer kind of stole the show for me. The eyeshadow too, and the lip. Okay, I want to show you this skin. It's been about, I think, 2 hours. You see this natural glow? I love it. Yet we're matte at the same time. We're well put together. This makeup's not moving. Oh my gosh, it is not. Wow, I just love it. The cheeks. Oh. Okay, Milani really did this. And look, I match. Brown skin, Latina approved. What do you think? Damn, it's a good makeup day. I'm back. I wanted to do a quick wear test because the makeup's still looking good. It's been 8 hours. A little bit oily, but look how smooth everything is. Nothing's coming apart. Milani. Wow. Face is still beat. Love it. Let me know what other full face makeup tutorial you want to see. Let me know. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.